like raw, pure MLBB.
I want to know exactly going to victory here is like, what is the Sensui instincts with this pick? How will this play a part into the whole plan, the whole play?
It's very macro-centric, and it's a new kind of Sensui instinct we've never seen before.
Hello,
Wait.
wait.
The high loss, Rock and revitalize on it, so
Let's
I
go.
don't know what happened to Sensui in Malaysia.
I don't know. We'll see what it unfolds here, but this is the opening game, opening match for MPL Philippines Season 15. Is it going to be a new era ahead of us? We're going to find out with these first two teams battling now, Twisted Minds and Aurora Gaming. Now we get it situated here. Redmar, how's it looking for the emblems?
Oh, well, for right now in the beginning of the game, you got Hilda aggressively going into the mid. So he gave the vision. Actually, the Demon Kite is in his orange buff, so that's info already for Twisted Minds. While he's in the mid lane, he just completely left the Phobius there. And speaking of the emblems that you mentioned, let's just think about that some other time.
Ask and you shall receive. Eventually, we'll get there.
We'll get there eventually, you know. But
welcome to live stream, guys.
I think, you know, for the early game, things kind of getting situated here. One thing I really want to know is, because of the Hayabusa for MP the King, how aggressive can he start? Especially the fact that you have a Cho across from you and it's Renegade.
Belum ada viewer lah,
the hitman that he's got his name for a reason. How aggressive he's going to be.
I'll tell you now, on behalf of MP the King, not at all. You see how this Hayabusa did not cross the river at all?
Sobek sana.
But what's
Ranger Suyo, Pove
He's not crossing the river too.
Tak ada apa-apa
You mentioned
yang
how aggressive he is, but he's here.
aneh
He's
ha,
more of a security guard instead of a hitman.
Cuma
Yeah,
combo high loss Hilda agak terlalu mengegas sahaja tanpa ada crowd control. Okey ke tak? Bagi aku okey je sebab lawan dengan Suyo sebenarnya tak perlukan crowd control banyak pun. Kita tak perlukan crowd control, kita cuma perlu bazirkan skill dia. Jadi nak bazirkan skill dia, kita buat apa? Kita kejar je. Samfros je tutup suara tu, lepas tu fokus. Tak nak lah. Jangan macam tu. Saya nak menganalisis sini. Sensui, oi. Mati! No! Kenapa Haji tak ada lagi? Twister main. Haji tak ready lagi tu, takkan 2 lawan 4 kat turtle man. Masuk macam tu je baik. Kau tak ada crowd control tu. Moai. Teruk bonai Twister main. Apa yang dia buat tadi guys? Kenapa dia berani-berani seberani itu? Kira dia memang nak tunjuk yang dia berani lah ni. Dia memang nak tunjuk yang dia adalah pejuang sejati lah.
If the purple buff of your purple buff dependent hero hasn't been taken yet, because you leave yourself susceptible to getting invaded.
Customer cakap jungle pun tak ambil buff lagi, dah masuk-masuk turtle sampai dalam kawah turtle tu. Apa tu sebenarnya? Memang dia tak berminat untuk menunggu rakan-rakan. Ulti Yves tak ada lagi. Woish, Renegade, silap dah. Api itulah. Mana backupnya? Tak Sensui, memang tak ada backup Sensui ni main roam. Patutlah easy gila. Patutlah easy Sensuinya roam cuy. Oi, kira memang satu dunia ke sekarang tak ada roamer? Kira memang sekarang tak ada roamer untuk satu dunia ke?
I don't blame Sensui again. You saw Renegade use the flicker.
Yeah.
So that's a clear go sign, and that was what his instincts told him to do. It's just there wasn't much follow
MP dengan Sensui macam tak ada chemistry yo.
Again, it goes back to the thought, pathway right now ain't that glorious. It's gonna take some time to be able to build it properly.
I think it's a high loss issue, man.
Siapa dia punya roamer? Oh, Escalera kan? Escalera kan? Seharusnya Escalera Twisted Mind kan? Tapi tak di impact pun. Kalau Sam tak balance ke apa gitu kan? Kalau Sam tak balance mana gitu kan?
Game's gonna make his way. They will start the turtle up though, and Rora, she's zoned out here for a little bit.
Lord's pathway, man advantage for Twisted Mind.
Good.
Demon Kite very low. He used to save the Suyo,
nice, dapat biji. Baik tu, Laut JM. Laut JM bayar balik lah, Laut JM bayar balik lah. Tapi Sensui nak bayar bila ni Sensui? Makin lama makin gila tu. Sanias.
Because your roamer is, or EXP laner that you're paired with is different. Already Jay!
Oh, hilang juga.
Hitman thing still activated.
Baik tu.
And Renegade,
Aurora.
after getting read out by
Ayolah,
Twisted
mati
Minds
terus.
before that previous turtle,
Jungle tu.
now he was able to read Twisted Minds'
Sekarang memang
rotation
set
and
movement
take out
masuk
MVP.
jungle terus
Great
lepas
adjustment
turtle.
by Aurora.
Great adjustment. It looks like they're not going to just let up at all here. They're looking to make
masuk jungle
plays,
lepas turtle ni.
even in various lanes across the
Lagi
map
kalau
right
kau
now. They
punya
might have
Roma,
lost
kau
the
punya
two
front line
turtles,
mati
but
kan.
you can see the
Masuk terus
response
ke
from
jungle
Aurora, and
lepas
that's
turtle
also
tu memang
Skypiercer now locked in for
baik
Dominant
tu.
Knight.
And
Bukanlah
the
kau punya
Stallion
maksudnya
side
opponent
in
punya
outplayed.
jungle.
So, about 5
Opponent
minutes
punya
in, I'm gonna say it now. Yes,
Roma
Sensui
apa,
has died
Lindoi.
3 minutes since,
Lepas tu
but
kena
also
rusuh
nobody's
kat
touched outplayed.
jungle yang tak buat
And
apa
this is
lah.
dangerous. If you give a Harris that mid-game
Dah
power
mula ni.
spike,
Yeah.
you could
Gerakan
see
ke
the
bawah
tables turn.
untuk
And definitely Aurora has to watch
Hayabusa.
out for that because Outplay is getting
Nak main
really
solo tapi
aggro.
Lord
But
JM
he does have Sensui with
nak
him
terus
in lane.
pegang
That
je.
has to be the warning shot for
Dia
Aurora.
mengkat
That
tu.
at some point they're gonna really have to make a move for the gold lane, try to get a kill on
Boleh
him.
lagi,
If not get a kill, just delay his
Tengok
farm.
gol.
Speaking of, Thunderbelt already built up for Hilda.
Tak adalah
Got the
beza besar
Starmio
pun,
for the
1.5
Harris,
K
and
je
it's the
pun
two
untuk
item
Aurora.
rush for the
Tak
Granger,
beza
the
terlalu
Hunter
jauh lah.
Strike, and a Sky Piercer for
Bukan
him.
setakat tak beza
Yeah,
terlalu jauh,
again,
memang tak jauh lah.
playing into this, they want to put pressure up here under this tier 1 turret top side. Renegade won't be able to find anything. Just
Boleh
yet. He
je
does
lah,
have
dia
Flicker
senang
available,
menang.
so he can always pull that trigger, but they know Turtle is going to be up in about 10, and that's why you see some of the placements here. James!
Ooh, he's very
Jam.
deep, forcing Dominkite to back
Oh,
up.
nice one, Lord Jam. Baik tu.
And the clapback now.
Masih survive, masih survive. Nah,
Taken down
tidur.
once more, serving up a kill to Demon Kite. The man advantage.
Ada ke
going
MP?
into the last turtle goes to Aurora.
MP?
They're not done. Shadow kill by MP the King does get the quad shadow out using
Atas
maximum
pecah
range.
untuk
Oh,
Twisted
still
Mind.
not done.
Diorang kena
Here
commit ni.
comes outplayed. He
Rugi
does
ni,
get
wey.
combo by
Rugi
Aurora.
ni, wey.
The combo.
Rugi, wey.
James does find one. All this while,
Allah,
Dominkite was
kerugian
pushing
apa tu,
off
guys?
Cam.
There's a lot of crowd
Takkan
control
nak
aside of,
trade mid lane
Twisted
dengan
Minds
god lane
needs
untuk
to
tahu
deal
atas
with.
turtle tak
Single
start
target
bawah
and
tak
maximize
tolak
the
mana oi.
photo
Twisted
out
Mind
from
ini.
the Phobius, the Cho, the Vexana all together, it's getting Twisted Minds, well, sorry for the pun, twisted up in terms of the engagements of when to take it and what happens
Wah,
when
ni
they
tu.
actually decide to take it.
It's interesting because, again, the concept is there. The
Minta maaf
feeling
cakap,
the
Twisted
lineup
Mind.
they have is there. They just
Permainan
haven't
apa
found
kali
that
ni,
right
Twisted Mind?
timing yet to make this all work. And a big thorn in the side of them is Renegade on the toe. Like right
Aurora
now,
tak ada buat
he's gonna
apa-apa
swap
move yang
down,
terlalu
both down
orang
from
kata
this turtle. They might get to claim this
gempak
one. Here's
pun
the
ni.
pathway.
They set it up. Another
Twisted
standard
Mind.
set.
Oh.
It's Yue who gets the turtle. Shields and
JM
damage all the way for
masih
Aurora. They take down James
membantai belakang
Edwards still
seorang.
alive. Deep dive
Sebelah sana tak boleh bantai Edward lagi.
Hajizi replacing him.
Satu lompat, satu lompat.
Now they're
Edward
still
bertahan
going.
lama
Down
gila nak
goes
mampus
Edward,
weh.
by Outplayed and trading up for Sensui. 2 for 1.
Lama tu.
Currently,
Kenapa tak ada komen weh?
to mid.
It's not an EXP lane diff, and it's an EXP lane hit diff. Phobius over Hilda. That's the story.
That
Guys,
is the story.
komen
We're
aduh.
gonna take a look here in
Orang
just a
fokus-fokus je
second
weh.
at the replay of that fight. Again, it took some time to get to the fight for the third turtle, but look at this difference here with the lineups that they have. And again, like you said, look at what Edward's actually able to do. The Hilda can't do this. You can't just go ahead and force yourself in pursuit against 3.
But that's what he tried to do. So he fundamentally went for a
Baik
play
time tu
that
saya.
would punish him at the end of the day. And now they're forced to play off of the map. They're going where Aurora isn't because that's the wrath of his 4K gold lead.
And right now the lead is
Dengan
actually
Liga.
slipping very much so over the Harris
takkan
against the
sebab
Ranger because now 3
macam ni
items
tak boleh
locked
tu.
in. Malefic Roar already
Atau
locked in
adakah
for
sepatutnya aku
Dominkite
buat macam
while
ni?
still on the way to the Holy Crystal
pakai TikTok
is
ni, aduh,
outplayed.
sedih lah macam
So they're sacrificing both of them actually the side lane,
Yeah,
far lane in their respective towers.
Patut aku buat
So
dulu,
that's
serentak
just gonna
dulu, kan?
level out and it's gonna boil down to another fight
sana.
around the center of the river.
Sana kita nak buat
which
benda ni jadi
again,
meriah,
Twisted Minds
Bosan lah macam ni.
answer the Phobius when it comes to team fights. Because right now, they don't have
Dorang
the answer.
pun.
With the Harith lacking the Holy Crystal still, every dash the Harith uses just helps Edward.
And not only that, but the fact that Edward did just pick up a Radiant Armor too. You know, so like there's so much
Allah.
magic damage on this profile from Twisted Minds lineup that Edward being that guy in the front and then being able to soak that up and has that magic resistance is going to help him do it even more.
Save for the late game spike that Twist is now looking for. That's all they have. That's all, unless they snowball in the early game, it would have been too late. Oh my God, just off the camera, MP the King gets run through by Aurora in his attempt to get the purple. This all but seals the Lord. Now Edward trying to get some in. EG,
Nah,
number 3.
baik tu Haji.
Down goes Edward, killed
Nice
by
one,
James.
Haji.
As well, play is
Gila.
going insane. Yue goes down, 3 for 1, 3 for 2 the current trade. Now James is taken down by Dom and Kite. 3 for 3.
Baik tu, mahal tu
The
Haji,
river
Haji
is
mahal tu
bloody.
Haji.
I gotta say, good job for James, because we just talked about what the Hilda can and can't do. Well, at least he was able to do that and stop too.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about with the lineup of... Oh, wait, Haji's in!
Point blank, blasted by Dom and Kite. This is my boomstick.
You know, for Twisted Minds, without their ultimates, it's hard for them to engage. We talked about their lineup being drop, ulti, we fight, we win. And, well, they didn't completely win that one, but you get to see just how strong that very basic fundamental idea of MLBB is. The problem still stands. Aurora know the trades and understand the trades very well.
It's just the amount of damage that Aurora is able to pump out in such a short amount of time. And Dominic, he's already a problem. You know, you can see it from this replay here. This was a good engage, and keep an eye too on James. He goes to the backside, puts enough pressure, but the same thing happens under that death box we were talking about on the other side.
All right, action slowed down in real time, by the way. Here we see Renegade playing with fire, forcing out the shadow kill and the kick. MP the King traded for Renegade.
Wei, hitam wei!
Hurt ult. Dark Knight falls. Ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to get back into the action. We know that
Wei,
this is
hitam wei!
part of the fight, but it looks like, all right, broadcast has paused.
Wait,
Combat has paused all around.
It has. It wasn't just us.
All right.
Okay, well.
All right, we'll get back into it.
All right.
Show us the camera angle there. Like, get us behind the players.
All right, look at those fingers. See, claw.
This season. You know what?
We can only assume.
Yeah, we can just only assume.
See, claw.
They're hot in it right now.
Claw.
Yeah.
MP.
That's some aggressive pressing.
He's locked in.
That's not a team fight. He's checking his items right now.
Demon kind as well here, man.
Going through it.
Oh, man. So, like, again, we got to kind of just wait to get back into the game there. Right now, I would say, based on, you know, before we got hell-curted there, it's not looking too hot, you know, for Twisted Minds. Some of these team fights and the way that they're kind of getting blasted before these next objectives do come up.
You know what? This is just evident of Twisted Mind's decision to play in pure absolutes. Every single hero does one singular thing well, and if it doesn't go well, and they don't get the trades that they want, it goes sideways. That's exactly what happened when they got those 3 for 3 or 3 for 2s, and then immediately Rora goes for the Lord, because Rora is able to slip through the cracks. All other heroes can capitalize and punish when your timing is off.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the difficult things we're seeing with